Hello, Noble Knitter. It's Nancy Queen, and I have something really exciting to share with you. It is a patent pending put up of an amazing yarn that you've never seen before, and it is called Bobbin. So stay with me and we'll learn all about this awesome yarn. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified every time I post. This is Bobbin Yarn. It is from Premier Yarns. And first of all, the patent is because of the way it's put up. And there are 3 different balls in one bobbin of yarn. So if you like to think of a sewing bobbin where you unwind the amount of yarn thread that you need, and then there's a little notches that you can put your thread back to hook it in place so you can find it later. This has those little hooks on both ends, so it's really a unique thing. And the first thing I did when I got my bobbin yarn from Premier is I popped a hole in the top. There's a perforated hole, so I popped the hole, and then what I did was I put all of my knitting needles, my go-to knitting needles, in there right away so that I could have them around to look at, and I love it so much. I think I'm going to keep it that way. So there are 3 different skeins in one, and there are these are all 85-gram skeins, so you get about 181 yards per skein. So all together, it's over 500 yards. I think it's 543 yards total for the bobbin. But what I love is that the colors, as you can see, are pre-selected. So you can get this gradient, and there are a million different ways to use it. It took me a few days of just staring at the yarn to decide what I was going to make. And I ended up using this like periwinkle combination. You can see it here. And this is what I have left after making this gorgeous cowl. I still have a lot left, and you can see I have the colors hooked in on the little notches. And here's the cream up here hooked in. So you can use 1 skein at a time and then hook them away when you're not using them, or you can use 2 skeins at a time, or 3 skeins at a time. That's what's so amazing about this. So what I did when I made the cowl is I used, I'm going to keep this out so I can talk to you about it. I used 2 skeins the whole time. So I started with 2 skeins of this, then I went to a strand of this, and I keep saying skein, I mean to say strand. I used 2 strands of this, then a strand of both of these, then 2 strands of this, then a strand of each of these, 2 strands of this, and then I ended it with a strand of each of these. So I hope that makes sense, but the result I ended up with is this gorgeous gradient ombre with long transitions, as opposed to if I just knitted it alone, it would be, sorry, I have a hair stuck in my lipstick. Okay, I would have just 3 colors. In fact, if you look at the end of the skein, you can see a good representation of that. This is a baby sweater using the 3 gradient colors, and it's really beautiful. In fact, it has a hole in I popped the hole, but you can see the colors here, how cute that looks. And Premier has a lot of free patterns on their website, as well as you can click on the link above and go get this free pattern directly from me. I will have a tutorial video for it, as well as a free printable download for this cowl. And okay, I want to talk more about that. So that is how I made this my cowl, using the gradients. But if you were to knit just 1 strand of this by itself, it's a worsted weight. When you hold 2 strands together, it's a bulky weight. And when you hold 3 strands together, I believe, yep, it's a super bulky weight, a number 6. So you have a Craft Yarn Council number 4, number 5, and number 6 weights when you're putting them all the strands together. So it really ends up being like you could knit if you were using all 3 strands of this. Imagine how quickly you can see, using all 3 strands, how quickly you would be able to knit a blanket. And another thing that's really great about this hole is that you can pop the hole at the other end, and you could put this on a paper towel holder like this, or if you have like a gift wrap area or like a crafting area with one of those things that you put ribbon on, you could put your yarn on here and just pull and knit it right from there, and it'll spin around for you. So the put up on this is just absolutely amazing. I love the way it's 3 worsted weight yarns, and then if you hold 2 together you get a bulky, if you hold 3 together you get the super bulky, and the way that you can use the combinations of colors together is just, it just gets my creative juices flowing. So that is that, but I want to also talk to you about the fiber itself. This uses Premier's patented anti-pilling technology. So the yarn itself has been treated with this anti-pilling technology that it won't pill. And if it does show signs of pilling, don't get a sweater piller or defuzzer out. All you do is wash it and it takes the pills right away. It's revolutionary, and if you have kids, if you like to use it as an afghan and you want to just like be very casual and carefree about it, this lovely yarn will hold up. It's really soft and squishy. It's great for children of all ages, people with sensitivity. In fact, this yarn has received the Oikotext Standard 100 Class 1 certification, which means it's passed the highest standards suitable for direct contact with the most sensitive skin, even babies and children. So that is amazing. Like I said, it's their Premier's anti-pilling yarn, and these bobbin skeins come in pre-selected colors like this, and they're all lots of gradients and ombres and just really delightful colors that make for beautiful afghans and sweaters, as you can see, and you know, cows. But you could buy their single skeins and they come in over 300 colors, so you have lots of options. You could even use this in addition to some of the other colors that they have available, if you wanted to really expand this and get totally creative. But you have a lot of yarn on here. You have over 500 yards, so you can do a lot with that. And I would love to know what you plan on doing with bobbin yarn. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to check the description or my link to get the pattern. Go buy the yarn. It's all down in the description, and I will see you in the next video.